And San Antonio's top cop slapped with a lawsuit. San
Antonio Police Chief William McManus is being sued by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Paxton says the chief broke the law by letting undocumented immigrants go after they were found in a trailer more than 3 years ago. And for that, the chief should be removed from office.
Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos has the lawsuit and is getting reaction tonight.
But Police Chief William McManus ordered the release of the immigrants in violation of Senate Bill 4.
That was Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton in November 2018. More than 2 years later, he is still making the same accusations. Just last month, the AG filed a lawsuit against Police Chief William McManus. The state argues McManus allegedly violated the provisions of Senate Bill 4 in 2017. This after SAPD's response to an alleged human smuggling operation in December of that same year. A dozen people were found in a trailer to be entering the country illegally. SAPD opted to handle the case under state law and connected the immigrants with organizations like Catholic Charities.
This pleading was filed January 15th of 2021, just last month. Yet the only facts alleged in the pleadings stem from 2017.
San Antonio attorney Michael Gross is not affiliated with the case, but read over this recent lawsuit. Here's what the state is claiming.
The San Antonio Police Department did not assist the federal agencies.
The AG says since Chief McManus allegedly violated provisions of SB 4, he effectively forfeited his office. This legal saga between the state and the city isn't anything new. The latest lawsuit seeking McManus' removal from office marks the third such lawsuit related to the 2017 incident. Tonight, when asked about this lawsuit, here's what Mayor Ron Nirenberg had to say.
It's more political theater from the Attorney General's office.
Henry joins us live from police headquarters.
Henry, what is Chief McManus saying about the suit?
Aaron and Deborah, no surprise here. San Antonio police told me since this lawsuit is pending, they cannot comment. However, City Manager Eric Walsh is defending Chief McManus tonight, saying he supports him and says he has no intention of taking any action that would limit his authority. Walsh went on to say that Chief McManus did not violate SB 4. We're live downtown tonight. Henry Ramos, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.